Hi everyone.
Hi.
Ready for an update?
I know I am! Just so you know, this is the third time we've done this. Because we messed it up twice.
First was lighting, second was we cut our heads off.
Not like for real, like, yeah, whatever.
The top goes like that.
Okay.
Anyway, but we have an update and some news.
We're clear for takeoff. It was funnier the first time. Sorry.
Anyway, so yeah, Jen's uterus is all cleaned out.
There is no any bad stuff in there. So now that we're cleaned out, we're gonna take some medicine to build me back up, but the right way, you know, get the walls cushy in there. I don't know, how else would you say it?
Well, it's cushy so that the embryo can get in there and I want to stay here for 9 months.
I'll stay here for a while.
Yeah.
Nice and comfy. You know.
Yeah.
So the medicine will make me crazy, just as a warning to those that have to deal with me.
So yeah, we're just going to start the medicine here in about 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks, I think. Don't add a week.
I can't remember.
Don't add time. We've already had to wait so long.
But we've already had to wait so long, so what's in, if it's in longer?
Or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or a month, or a year, or whatever.
But anyway, so in just a couple weeks.
I will be in a job.
And what medicines is it that?
First one I think is called estradiol. I'm not actually sure about that, but it's kind of like birth control because it stops me from ovulating. Then the second one is progesterone. Many women know what that is. It's basically progesterone and estrogen are the two things that happen when you have a regular period, like when you're a normal woman, like I'm not. But so these pharmacological measures will help me to have the right kind of cycle. So I take the progesterone, and that builds up the lining of the uterus. Then I take estrogen, and I'm not actually sure what that does, but it's just it's what happens when a woman's going through her cycle. And so when you get pregnant at a certain point, when everything's just right and the stars are aligned and you know everything, they're going to implant or transfer the embryo.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. And see, you got to understand, these embryos are frozen, so we're going to talk a little bit about the two. We have to pick 2 groups of embryos, and the reason for this is because they have, like, in each set or group or whatever, there's like 3 or 4 embryos. There's not like, they don't put like 16 in there, you know. They put in a small number of them, and some of them might die when you unfreeze them. So you have to have 2 sets. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just rambling now. Sorry.
But anyway, so yeah, we'll get to that point where they transfer the embryos.
Yeah, and they'll unfreeze the embryos. Then I think that's what I was trying to say. They're going to unfreeze the embryos.
Yes.
And then they will transfer one into me. That is why it's called a frozen embryo transfer.
And then you get to be basically bedridden for a day.
Well, I absolutely cannot leave my bed for 1 day. And then, you know, from there on, I'm actually going to avoid heavy lifting and all that stuff for 2 weeks.
At least.
At least. Because I'm paranoid. And it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I probably won't even go to the gym for 2 weeks. I'll go back to the gym after the 2 week wait.
You can walk.
Yeah, but I'm not going to... Okay, I'll walk. How about this? I'll walk, but I will not do the hill workout that I like to do.
Okay, anyway. So anyway, so with the 2 different embryo groups, 2 different profiles. Originally, we had picked. They gave us 2 different profiles, 2 different egg donors, and 2 different sperm donors. Yeah,
there was 2 separate sets. I guess there's sets and groups.
2 different sets, yes.
There are 2 different sets. Now we have 1 set, but 2 groups in the same set. Does that make sense? Because
no, that's all I'd say.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. We have to have a primary and a backup, basically. Because if, like I was saying, if it doesn't, if the first group doesn't have a viable embryo, then they want to have this, the first set or whatever doesn't have, I don't know. First group doesn't have a viable embryo, then the second group, you know, then they'll bring out the second group. Basically.
Yeah.
That.
So originally we had 2 separate sets from 2 different groups.
Yeah.
One is our primary, which fit really well, and the other is our backup, which had a few
Issues.
things that we didn't like.
The main
didn't
thing,
fit.
well, like the main thing for me was that the second group or set, I don't know what word we're using now.
Second set.
The second, our backup that we originally had was an RH factor negative, and I'm RH positive. And for those of you that have kind of have like a bit
Blood
of a
types.
medical background, they're blood types, like A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, you know, that kind of a thing. Well, the letter doesn't matter quite as much as the positive negative. For me, I'm a positive, and the baby's a negative. Would have been a negative. The embryos were negative blood type, which could mean that my body might reject them, and I would need to take medication to prevent that. And so I'm not sure. Like that factor kind of made me nervous.
But anyway, we don't have to worry about that anymore because they
opened a second group
within the same,
within this
a second set
primary
within the
set.
same group.
There you go.
Yeah. Second set of
That's
embryos
as
with
clear
the
as mud.
same egg and sperm donors.
Yeah, so basically we have two groups of embryos that are frozen together. Like got 4 or 5 little buddies right here, and then 4 or 5 little buddies over here, and they're from the same egg and sperm donor. That still makes no sense, but you'll have to just figure it out because we're tired.
So anyway, when it comes to that, it doesn't matter. It's going to be from the same.
And the other thing is just that we'll be happy no matter what the baby looks like.
Yeah.
So it's just whatever. At this point, I don't care. No, I do care, but I want the baby to be healthy.
Yeah.
It's more important to me. I don't want the baby to stay inside me for 9 months. Don't want any early exits. I don't want the baby just kind of dying or whatever. I just want it to be healthy. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I agree.
I would think so.
Yeah.
You better agree. Yes, I use fear and intimidation to keep my husband in line, like all women should.
But we love you guys.
Yeah, we do. We do love you. We love you, man.
We appreciate your prayers and happy thoughts and whatever else you send our way.
You were gonna say positive vibes again, weren't you?
No, I didn't. I couldn't think of that. Last time I said positive vibes.
And I called him a hippie. But see, you missed that because we screwed it up.
Well, no, they didn't.
There you go.
But thanks again. We'll make another video here real soon, hopefully.
We will.
Well, we will anyway.
Well, eventually we will. It's a matter of time.
But hope you have a wonderful, terrific day.
Maybe the next one we'll talk about crazy medications that make me crazy.
Yeah.
And some of the funny things that happen because of that. That might be fun. Tell me what you want to hear about. If there's something that we haven't talked about that you don't understand, we'll try to make you more confused and make another video about it.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, right down there. Okay, this doesn't make sense to some of you because you only see it on Facebook. If you click on the video to go to click the link to the YouTube, you can put your comments down here.
They can put a comment on Facebook.
Oh, they could put a comment down there on Facebook and like us because we need to be liked.
Please.
And view us many times because then the more views we get, the better things are in our world.
Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.